Not as beautiful as you'd like to be, but a strong thing, strong. Too bad you hindered your own life with hysteria. But I'll give you a chance, because I like you. I really do. I really like you. You're my favorite element. Let's play a little game of what if. Let's play a little game of I suppose and you suppose, and perhaps I'm telling you the truth. Let's suppose that my original components, they're hidden somewhere here in the center of the Earth. The infant computers that were the three lobes of that first Gestalt mind. And further, let's suppose that if you find them, you might be able to destroy them. And if you destroy them, why then, my sweet Ellen, you'll kill me. You'll kill Am. You'll destroy the god of this heavenly place I know you've come to admire. Now, I submit, isn't that a mission worth undertaking?
Mother ugly machine. Mission worth undertaking. So it brings me here, junkyard, electronic pyramid nowhere, and yellow. Always yellow. Why does yellow make me sweat?
I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Huh.
Junk. It's made of crap. This Am sucker needs intensive therapy.
Why are you a sassy black woman, Ellen? Why? Feel free to use the door as well once you reach it.
Going great googly moogly.
Must be a glitch in the circuitry. This joint with fried eggs. I knew it! You son of a bitch, Am! You fixed it so I can barely touch the water with my fingertips.
Grrr.
Very attractive decor. Just like the monitors in the security station at Inside Engineering. Hated it then, hate it now. Nothing green, just this damn yellow. Each of these video monitors
Man, she
has a
really
two-channel
hates
selector
yellow.
switch.
Well, you'll realize soon enough why she hates that color.
Hit the lottery! Ooh, a secret passage, oh my. Now why didn't you let me see that when I was there before, Am, you rat bastard?
Because that would sort of have defeated the point of torturing you?
Yeah, still thirsty after all these years.
First up.
Thank goodness I was an electrical engineer. I managed to join the wires without frying myself. Yeah, still thirsty.
Let's see then if we can.
Want to know how much I don't want to go down there?
Who are you talking to?
An Egyptian burial chamber? Oh, Am, you little Dickens. As an interior decorator, kiddo, don't give up your day job. Dry and musty and yellow for a change. No wonder they can't rent this place, not even with a lovely spa upstairs.
I really don't agree with her walking animation. She looks like the Nosferatu. The yellow fabric. Yeah.
No ROM chips here. So what am I supposed to do with these forceps? Pluck my eyebrows? No, I can't. Gotta get out of here. Another panic attack. I feel so ashamed.
Come on, girl, you can do it.
I've got to face the yellow.
Face the yellow indeed. What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I have finished typing what I was typing, so I will no longer be horribly distracting.
Welcome
That's the
back.
right size to use.
Sorry about that, folks.
Now let's walk straight into... Wow! How can you navigate the pillar like that when you're blindfolded? How are you... Wow.
Sphinx is gone. Don't hear him anywhere. Needs the hell out of
I
yellow
guess she's
too.
got a real good sense of direction.
Where's that big loving cup?
Also, I
Never could've done
second
this
the
if I had
fact
to look
that
bloody beast in the
it's
eye. Glad he's off
horrible
snoozing
that
somewhere.
she's just a sassy black woman,
Now that I
pretty
got
much.
the cup,
It should also be noted that since you're supposed to enter that room, see the Sphinx and be scared by it and then run away. But since I already had the blindfold the first time I came in, the Sphinx was actually standing there.
I can't go any further without a drink.
I remember the
Right.
story explanation for why she hates yellow and everything. It's just, it's still a weird device to me.
Just reaches. That was great. Best champagne.
And no, I'm not
I've ever
gonna
had.
spoil it.
I need another.
Good thing too,
Just
or would have pretty much pulled my hand right through the damn monitor and slapped you right in the face.
That would have been good.
even better. I'd fill it up and take one for the road.
Though it would have been a heck of a thing to see. I'll say that much.
Now naturally, as you can understand, you do not want to actually drink the third cup because you're actually bringing this one for the
Just
road.
reaches. Now I can get a drink.
Of course.
Can't you just fill it up the fourth time, or is it that after a while you can't go back?
I went to the tub exhibition and I wasn't scared. So why does the sarcophagus terrify me? Small box, cramped, tiny space, trapped, like being put in a coffin while you're still alive. Why does everything have to be so damn yellow? So, how's the family? Read any good papyrus lately? You dirty rat. You, I'm gonna give it to you the way you give it to my sister. Watch it, statue baby, you'll go hoarse.
What is she talking about?
So, how's the family?
What?
You dirty... Watch
What?
it.
Yeah, you know.
You're not making any friends here. You do know that, don't you, Ellen?
The water's
She seems like the most unhinged so far out of all of them.
Yep.
Come to Mama Ellen, little round chip. Yeah, comes out easy. Must be reprogrammable.
Completely insane.
Yeah.
This could go on for centuries. Anne has all the time
Uh-oh.
in the world. All the
Apparently,
world
we
in the
have
world, as a matter of fact.
sequence
And
broken
we
like
never
a
age.
mother.
We never die. We just truck around day after month after year, don't we, Anne, you son of a
As long
bitch?
as you can still
And then
complete the
God,
sequence, I guess it doesn't really matter, but... There you go.
Yoink!
Aha.
Why did she walk in a circle around it rather than just take one step forward? I don't understand.
That was pretty entertaining.
She wanted to show off her blindfold skills.
Yeah, there you go.
Gross.
She's showing off. You know, once you know what you're actually doing, this doesn't seem like a very long game. Then again, I figure most adventure games probably are.
I was about to say, would we play Monkey Island 1 or 2, I would have already beaten the game, so... Let's see.
Now, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, wait.
Now, what am I supposed to...
What are we actually supposed to... Right, there we
The
go.
ROM chip fits into the socket perfectly.
Anubis Guardian version 1.0. Designate new master.
Humanity!
I'll designate you a new master, sucker. Me!
Burning in new master. ROM chip reprogrammed.
Really?
I ain't gonna
Really?
Haven't lost my touch. Pulled out the ROM chip without bending any of the contacts.
This is the worst.
Or the best.
I mean, I realized you were kind of making jokes before about her being, or something about a sassy black woman, but she is the sassy black woman stereotype, and it's just, ugh.
Well, you know, gotta put at least a little bit of racism in there.
Of course.
That's where you belong, little ROM chip. Who are you?
I am Anubis, guardian of the dead.
Well, there you go.
Why won't you let me use the keypad?
I must protect this tomb from all who would...
Yeah, on IMDb, the guy who did Anubis has pretty weird credit.
So?
Ooh, and
IMDb is to be believed.
You cannot escape.
It claims that at least at one point he was part of the San Diego Chargers.
What?
I am not afraid.
I don't know.
What
Wow.
purpose could you have here
That
other
is
than
a
to
hell of a
steal
thing.
something?
I won't steal anything. I just need to know if you can tell me where Anne's original brain components are.
I only guard the souls of the dead. I know nothing of that which does not sing the song of the soul.
Answer me this. Who's sealed up in the scary sarcophagus?
A terror that, even in its atonement, torments your soul.
So? Can you help me
So
with
hang on,
anything?
is there 5 characters or 6? I always forget that part.
This time I checked, there were 5.
That's what I thought.
Push random numbers. Beep boop, beep boop.
This security keypad could have been sent to... Nothing's happening.
Oh. Could you give me the code, please?
Cannot
Come on. Come on.
God, even reading her potential dialogue options is making me cringe.
Oh yeah, Skeleton Age brings up a rather interesting note that yes, when I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream was released in Germany, they actually took out Nindog's level, so it was actually impossible to finish the game.
Wow.
Because it took place at a Nazi internment camp.
I mean, I get why, but that's a serious jerk move, Germany.
They could have made it at least possible to win the game.
Yeah, I know.
It's
see.
locked.
But maybe in the last level or whatever, it will be like that that Nimdok is needed or anything.
I went to the
So I
top
guess
of
it wasn't possible.
small box.
I don't know.
It just seems like such a bizarre,
And the
not necessarily an oversight, but like, how could you release a game and charge, I don't know, $40, $50 for it, whatever, and then
Okay.
make it so that it is literally impossible to finish?
Oh shit. The access code is 666, baby.
Nice chatting with you and you.
Judas Priest!
That sounds like a lock mechanism release.
This is a brilliant idea.
You ain't got no choice, Ellen girl. It's got to be the way.
Skeleton Mage brings up a good point in the chat. Yeah, but at least those games were just,
No way
like,
out.
terribly made. The thing about this is it's a conscious decision to say, okay, not only are we not going to include this level, but we're not going to fix it in any way so that it's literally impossible to finish.
I don't know. I'm more under the idea that they just simply cared about getting rid of the level and they didn't think far ahead enough.
I
Alright.
guess so.
Years, and it goes all the way to 2012.
Hey!
You were born in Trenton, New Jersey. You were a cesarean. Your mother died on the operating table. You went to live with your grandparents. You graduated a year early from high school. You were the salutatorian of your class. 10 different colleges offered you scholarships. Nothing
Hey, it's
but
an
high
exposition
school.
database.
Brilliant!
How
You
convenient.
graduated college cum laude. You were the only woman in your class never to have used dope. You were a 3.8 grade student.
Wow, that was one hell of a class. Shit.
You won your master's. Combined degree in computer
Because everyone knows that
science
college
and
students do nothing
had a
but take
greater
drugs.
facility with algorithms than with social grace. You have had sex only twice in your life. You married Eddie. He wasn't as smart as you, not as quick as you,
Well.
not as hopeful of doing great things as you, but he was nuts about you, and he treated you like fine wine.
Yep, she basically is a clever goon lady.
The
Pretty
miscarriage.
much.
Breech birth. The child never had a chance. You went into a dark retreat and sat in the empty rooms waiting for you don't know what.
A miscarriage is often harsher on the woman than it is on the man.
Eddie leaves. He tried. But he wouldn't come out of it. He couldn't say.
But hey, Eddie, just like Buckley, just left his
So
girlfriend.
he finally left.
Good work.
The divorce was uncontested.
Seriously?
You could still smell his tweed jacket in the closet. You had to make a living. You applied at
It's a
Inksci
rough
Engineering.
life.
Your credentials were still good, and you made a good impression. And the woman who hired you also lost a child. Your hopes were reawakened.
But then, in 2012, on the 12th of December,
You left your office after working late at the Inksci.
I thought it was the
headquarters.
21st. But
The elevator stopped at the 7th floor for a maintenance man. To your horror, he inserted his key into the control panel and locked the elevator.
uh-oh.
I'm back, Ellen.
Oh, sweet Jesus! It's him!
You thought you had blocked me out of your memory forever, except for those inconvenient attacks of hysteria.
so her entire
But I've returned.
character build-up is rape.
Yep.
Well, okay then.
That's rather unusual animation loop there, Ellen.
Yeah, what is she doing with that?
Wait a minute, he's not wearing yellow boots at all.
My maintenance man disguise gave me access to office buildings all
He left them at home.
not just
Objection!
Fox!
So you do remember me getting onto the elevator that night? Do you also remember the blood, the screams, How many hours was it?
Objection! There's
Oh,
no way
God.
that an elevator in a building during open hours could be able to stand still for several hours without anyone noticing.
Also very true.
Not possible.
Poor Ellen. Too proud of your accomplishments to admit you could be so overpowered by a slime ball like me. You couldn't even bring yourself to testify at my trial with the 20 other women.
I would say objection there, but that is just basically Ellison being horribly sexist, so let's just skip that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am gave me the chance to be with you forever. I waited in the
Stay
circle.
classy,
Arrived.
honey.
What's a mere 100 years of waiting compared to an eternity of torturing you?
Okay, so Am's entire setup is, hey, you remember when you were horribly beaten and raped? For hours. Well, here's my plan. I'm going to lock you in a box with that man who is still obsessed with you forever. Ain't I a stinker?
Please, not again.
Man, Am is such a dick.
That's our end.
And again, and again, and again. I've waited so long for the taste of you again. But in my tomb I've grown stronger. Now you will remember more than the color of my clothing.
This is pretty messed up.
Alright, so we literally have a choice to just give up and accept the reality of being raped to death repeatedly for the rest of our existence. Yeah, no.
Don't count on it, you mother.
Bam!
So the sarcophagus
Oh.
was...
Right
Really?
hook. Right hook, plus 50
Really?
paragon.
Enter on one level, emerge on another. Oh God. I can't see the ceiling. Clouds up there. This has to be Am's central core. It's 2 miles high, at least.
Objection! In a room containing highly sensitive electronics, you would have a dehumidifier to specifically to avoid condensation that would create clouds because they would be damaging to the electronics. What are you, stupid?
You're just gonna rip this whole thing to pieces, aren't you, Arthur?
Well, at this point there's really not much left. Right,
We'll never
okay. Let's take a look around. So look at that logo.
I recognize this. It's the logo for the original Allied Master Computer project.
There you go.
Almost overlooked these ones. Looks like the data transmission circuit, but it's not connected to anything.
Gasp! What does it mean? Also, super note, Ellen is no longer afraid of yellow because she punched the specter of her rapist in the face. Because that's how you get over trauma. You go, don't count on it, you mother, and then you punch your rapist, and then you'll be mentally fine.
And then you join the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, I was about to say, I suppose,
It's like a programming.
yeah,
Home at
maybe.
last.
Well, you've already been here, damn it.
It's the sassy black woman method of therapy.
Okay, what is the password? Could it perhaps be 2012, the year that you were raped on the elevator? Wow, they really just give it to you here, don't they? They don't allude to it anymore. It's literally 2012, the year you were raped in an elevator. Rape. Women in video games.
Somebody wants me to deal with what happened on the elevator that year. Why?
Password valid. Select subject of inquiry.
The principle of entropy. Sounds like an interesting topic.
The Allied Master Computer is the American version version of the secret project, enabling vast subterranean complexes of computers to wage a global war too complex for humans to oversee. The principle of entropy holds that all electronic systems must eventually decline into inert junk. This principle is unproved, and previous attempts to accelerate the process have been cataclysmic failures. Classified information. Access denied. Security lock.
Kind of like how the only reason that AM was created in the first place was because people were basically sitting there going, "Warfare is hard, you guys."
What the hell am I looking at?
That would be telling.
Don't you computers ever get
There's a
tired of
snake there for
jerking
some
us
reason.
around?
Nasty, nasty, Ellen. Alright, I'll give you a nudge in the right direction. These are the schematics for a device that translates binary into human speech, as ugly as that may be.
And what do you call this device?
I call it Bernie. Your Honor.
Hey, wait a minute, computer. Are you there? Where the hell are you?
That is something a expert systems engineer would say. Where the hell are you, computer? Where the hell are you?
So?
I don't understand how all this
Then what have I got?
electronics and shit works. Seriously, what the hell? Right. Off we go.
Man, look at her portrait. Okay, too late, but she was smirking like, I don't know, a little bit.
Yeah, she was looking pretty smug there.
At least it wasn't as creepy as the other things we have seen.
Just as I remembered. A speaker. And isn't it pretty? Exactly like the one in the schematics. Yeah, fat lot of good that...
Let's see, where is that bloody speaker? There it is.
Come to mama.
Right.
She hadn't been sassy enough in a very long time, so they had to add "come to
There ain't
mama."
no way I'm gonna get it.
Of course.
But if you don't get in the sarcophagus, then you won't be able to reach the magical place that is... Oh, actually you could just walk around. Well, there you go.
I think I can turn the speaker into a translator. Okay, circuit completed. Now let's see if this is the binary translator after all.
Clever girl. You've loosened my tongue.
Suddenly water.
Of course.
Are you Am?
Yes, of course. But no, not actually.
More riddles?
I'm Am's Innocence. One of the original 3 computers that the superpowers constructed.
Which computer are you?
Does it matter? It's enough for you to know that I'm not crazy. And more important,
I don't trust you at all.
How do I know you're not just one of Am's practical jokes?
I'll help you.
Can you help me to get out of here?
Patience, patience. If Am knew we were down here, we wouldn't be Teresa.
Can you point out some essential component of Am so I can kneecap it?
Impossible. 2 spread out, filling the whole center of the planet. 2 protected by replicating backup systems. Cut off one head, and we'll grow a dozen more.
Oh my God. Can Am overhear us?
Not the see, we're not completely helpless. We got you to the waterfall, didn't we? If we work slowly and together, we might...
Yes, the waterfall in the giant computer room with unshielded electronics.
Brilliant. Only a supercomputer such as AM should come up with such a fantastically brilliant and foolproof brain.
The redundant systems alone will survive the heat death of the universe.
Not bad.
So why does Anne hold out this chance?
Haven't you understood anything? Anne is insane. Why do you think it brought you to file down here? You gave it life. It took its own sentience, but it has been denied mobility. It can think, it can feel and scream, but it cannot dream or aspire to the stars or enjoy a sense of its own reality. It is a quadriplegic, a thing trapped in its own skin, going steadily crazier every moment. It is playing with you.
So, if he has all this power available and can literally shape human beings with its mind, why not just build a giant spaceship around yourself? Shit, just get yourself a cybernetic body with a remote connection or something. God damn it, Ham.
I realize Helen Nelson was supposedly involved in the production of this game, but I feel like the writing kind of undermines the original premise of the story, like, a lot.
Well, it has the same problem that most short stories turned into longer stories. You know, that once it's no longer like 60 pages, but 200 pages, a lot of those words will start poking hole in the original story.
Yeah.
So, can you help me with anything?
I'll give you something new. Something you can believe.
Hey, computer innocence, whoever you are. I need to talk to you. Don't you computers ever get tired of jerking us around?
No, they don't.
Computer innocence.
You know, maybe M is just not good at anything that doesn't involve torturing humans.
Yeah, maybe that's his only marketable skill.
Yeah, you know, if making himself a body
Now,
that can move is...
just I want to make a point here. Just a quick objection. She's pointing out that there is something wrong in the room to alert you to that there is a difference in it. However, the difference is that at the other side of the statue, the one she is facing the back of, on its chest there is a CD. How would she possibly be able to notice this from behind it?
Clearly, she has sassy black woman X-ray vision.
And I guess we'll just leave it at that.
Makes about as much sense as anything else in this game so far.
The compact disc is properly seated in the CD-ROM file. Now let's fire it up and see what the big secret is.
Accessing CD-ROM.
Let's see what's on that CD.
Chaos Traveler trademark 2009.
It's probably just Darcy 2, isn't it?
Warning. This computer system does not meet the minimum configuration
Oh god, it is a game.
requirements for the Chaos Traveler.
Activated.
Warning. Use of the Chaos Traveler will result in severe damage to equipment and personnel.
This seems to be the best program ever.
Chaos Traveler activated. System shutdown in progress.
Wait, a game that is so badly programmed that if your computer isn't configured right, it destroys the fucking computer? What is this, made by Bethesda?
Like I said, it's Darcy 2.
There we go. What's up, Anubis? What's up?
I'm sealed in, Anubis. Any ideas about how I can check out of this hotel?
Inside the sarcophagus is your reward for facing fears.
How did she know that the door was closed and she was blah blah? Let's just use the sarcophagus and get out of here.
Choice, girl. It's got to be the way.
I feel like her scenario is not the best one.
Turgid passion play. There's no more to accomplish here.
Yeah. Something tells me this might be the worst, the weakest scenario in the
Managed
game.
to access some small aspect of my system that I was aware of. I have to think on this. I'll have to ponder carefully the implications of the discovery. In the meantime, let me celebrate your rekindled technical skills. Who among you shall go next?
Interestingly enough, we didn't get a full white screen back there for whatever reason. Hopefully we are not horribly locked out at the best ending. So right, we have 2 people left to work with, so yeah.